In the world of high-stakes international diplomacy, few names command the spotlight quite like Donald Trump, and his recent decision to implement a 10-day pause on potential strikes against Iran's energy infrastructure has sent shockwaves through the global political landscape. As of March 27, 2026, this move is being viewed not just as a temporary halt in hostilities, but as a critical, high-tension window for a potential diplomatic breakthrough that could either prevent or ignite a much larger regional conflict. The tension reached a boiling point following intense Israeli airstrikes on the heart of Tehran, which targeted ballistic missile production sites and air defense systems. Amidst this escalation, the world braced for a retaliatory spiral that many feared would target Iran's oil and gas facilities, the lifeblood of its economy. It was at this precise moment that President Trump intervened, announcing on Truth Social that at the request of the Iranian government, he is pausing the period of energy plant destruction until April 6, 2026. This tactical delay is classic Trumpian diplomacy, a mixture of extreme military pressure followed by a sudden personal offer for a deal. Behind the scenes, the architecture of this pause is being supported by an unexpected mediator, Pakistan. Recent reports confirm that Washington has funneled a 15-point peace proposal to Tehran through Pakistani intermediaries. For the first time in years, Islamabad has moved from the sidelines to the center of the stage, with Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif and Army Chief General Asim Munir maintaining active back channels with both the White House and the Iranian leadership. While Iran's official stance remains cautious, dismissing some U.S. terms as one-sided, the fact that they reportedly requested this 10-day extension suggests that the possibility of a negotiated settlement is being taken seriously in Tehran. However, the human cost of the ongoing uncertainty is immense. The Strait of Hormuz remains a bottleneck, with hundreds of ships stranded and global fuel prices soaring. Countries like Thailand and New Zealand are already activating emergency energy plans, and everyday citizens across the globe are feeling the pinch at the petrol pump. Inside Iran and Israel, the pause offers little comfort to those living under the shadow of sirens and smoke. While the missiles may have slowed for 10 days, the psychological weight of what happens on April 7th hangs heavy over the region. Ultimately, this 10-day window is a strategic breathing space. It is a gamble on the power of dialogue over destruction. Trump's claim that talks are going very well stands in stark contrast to the skepticism of many international analysts. But in a world that felt on the brink of a total energy war just 48 hours ago, even a fragile silence is a significant development. Whether this leads to a permanent art of the deal for the Middle East or serves as the final calm before a massive storm remains the most critical question facing the international community today. The 10-day pause announced by Donald Trump is more than just a break in the fighting. It is a calculated gamble to see if a massive art of the deal style settlement can be reached before the region falls into a total energy war. This pause, set to expire on April 6, 2026, has shifted the focus from the battlefield to the diplomatic back channels in Islamabad, where a specific 15-point proposal is currently being debated. The core of this 15-point peace plan, which was delivered to Tehran through Pakistani intermediaries, is built on significant concessions and strict demands. According to reports from early March 2026, the U.S. is asking for the complete dismantling of Iran's nuclear enrichment capabilities and the decommissioning of key sites like Natanz and Fordow. In exchange, the U.S. has offered to lift all nuclear-related sanctions and even assist in developing a civilian nuclear project in Bushehr. Crucially, the demand plans that the Strait of Hormuz be reopened as a permanent free maritime zone and that Iran cease its support for regional proxies.
While Iran has officially been skeptical, their reported request for this 10-day extension suggests they are at least willing to look for an exit ramp to avoid the total destruction of their power plants and oil refineries. On the ground, the situation remains incredibly fragile. Even during this pause on energy targets, conventional military operations haven't fully stopped. Israel continues to report heavy fighting in southern Lebanon, and the humanitarian toll is rising. In a show of good faith, or perhaps strategic maneuvering, Iran recently allowed 10 oil tankers to pass through the Strait of Hormuz, which was a small but notable gesture, given that over 350 vessels, including supertankers and LNG carriers, are currently stranded, waiting for permission to move. This bottleneck has choked global supplies, stopping nearly 20 million barrels of oil per day from reaching the market. The reaction from the global economy has been a mixture of relief and deep skepticism. Immediately after Trump's Truth Social post, oil prices saw a temporary dip, with Brent crude falling back toward the $100 mark. However, stock traders remain nervous. Many investors believe the gap between the U.S. demands and Iran's counter-demands, which include war reparations and a total end to Israeli hostilities, is too wide to bridge in just 10 days. As the April 6th deadline approaches, the world is watching Pakistan, where officials like Deputy PM Ishaq Dar are working around the clock to relay messages between the two sides. This is a moment of extreme tension where a single misstep could end the pause and trigger the period of energy plant destruction that Trump has threatened.